Good morning, Brian Cook here, and we're playing the third Eternal Weekend for Vintage. And in front of you is the deck list that I will be playing today. I audibled to this about, or I shouldn't even say audibled. I started brainstorming up an idea about 10 minutes ago. This event starts in about a minute and a half. And it's that Lavinia hasn't been very good for me this weekend, and I'm playing two of them in the main deck. And, well, I like Monastery Mentor, and it's the reason to play white. Teferi is good, but can be a little clunky at times, I'll admit. I do like it against Doomsday in particular. The balance has been solid, but today I want to try something a little bit different. Because to rewind a little bit, I went 7-6-3 Friday night yesterday. I went 4-1 into 4-3 drop, but I'm not like think of them together because I woke up at 3:30 in the morning to play the first one. Couldn't fall asleep in between the second one due to energy drinks. And the second one started at 5 p.m. Right around like 10 or 11, my body just like decided that I couldn't focus anymore and I started misplaying a bunch. Like back to back rounds I just punted. So I think that was due to exhaustion. But the continuing theme of what I noticed yesterday was that Lavinia was not very good. So this list is probably better against Jeskai in my opinion. Just having four draw spells between Preordain and Night's Whisper. Grape Shot kills Collector Roofs, it kills Lavinias. That's your win condition, but it's also an answer. Where Monastery Mentor isn't an answer. So keeping that in my back pocket. You get to play Dig Through Time now, just because there isn't a Teferi taking up the slot. I don't like Repeal at all, but it is a card you can Mystical Tutor or Merchant Scroll for, which is kind of nice. Um, but we're gonna see how it goes today. We just got paired. This list is like I'm looking to have fun today, but if I do well, that's sweet too. You get to run two basics for trophy because you're not fetching for white anymore. We're gonna crush. Let's just believe. All right, so I've already set up my spreadsheet. I just have to enter their username. So Josh 1888, and we're on the play. I'm excited to play this today. Yes. Take the force. Don't really need this PO. Not really sure what our opponent's playing. Opening up Group Shot isn't ideal, but the value of having Tinker plus Night's Whisper is pretty good. Maybe facing Jeskai. Deafening Silence. Well, that's certainly going to get forced. Wow. So we can't actually beat that main. Like, I don't play a Mentor main deck. So that's disgusting. Um, so our opponent's playing some sort of weird blue white deck. How we win now is we resolve Repeal. This is going to be a long one. Wow. Main deck Deafening Silence backed by Flusterstorm. What in the world are we living in? Alright, so I'm going to cast Night's Whisper here. Hurkyl's Recall isn't really the card we wanted, but whatever. A land would have been nice there so we can play Narset. Jeez, so they're just playing like a Hatebears deck with main deck Flusterstorms. This is ridiculous. I actually don't know if I can beat this because I can only cast one spell per turn. I have one Repeal. Yeah, I don't think I can win. I guess I'll try to get more information out of our opponents and what they're playing. This is just a garbage deck. It's kind of unfortunate I got paired against it. I shouldn't say that. I'm sure their deck's fine. But it's really good against me. It's probably not good against a lot of other decks, though. So that resolved. I just don't know what I'm going to do about this. We only get one repeal. Actually, I know what the out is now. All right, we repeal Deafening Silence, Grapeshot, Lavinia. At the last minute, I cut the Snapcaster from the deck for a dig. The Snapcaster, in theory, could like surprise block Lavinia. Oh, I have Pyroblast too. I'm not dead. We can still do this. What am I thinking? I'm glad I didn't concede. We're not dead. Alright. See you, Narset. You soaked up 4 damage. And you got me a repeal, essentially. Hmm. Sweet. Okay. We might be able to do this. Ooh, Teferi, I think, is going to lock us out. Uh... Have to do that, unfortunately. Can't counter it. Read your own deafening silence. I think we want the mystical here. Just going to pass. Okay, so I have a line here. They've played a spell. I can repeal the... I'm trying to think this through. So they've played one spell. I can draw using the top for Force of Will. So I could draw Force. I'm just trying to think this through. So I can draw Force. And then repeal the deafening sounds using Island C. And then I have Misstep for when it comes back down. I guess I don't need a flop top. Wow. Okay. Let's just go to the next game. That's a little disappointing. Boarding in the Blightsteel, I know they have Teferi, but the Blightsteel will allow us a way of essentially just tinkering for a win. We had a lot of cards come in, 68. So we need to find some cards to board out. I think it's all the top deck tutors. Those can go. Couple Opal. Shave a PO. We're still over. Still need 2 more cuts. Is Yawgmoth's Wool crazy? Not very good when there's deafening silences. Maybe just 2 outcome. I do have Night's Whispers now. Like, having double Night's Whisper, double Preordain makes this boarding plan a lot better. Because, like, Night's Whispers are essentially mini POs. Yeah, let's try this. Sure. I'm just going to play a turn 1 Whisper. Word source is good. Sure. We can beat that now. I don't think I'm going to play Mana Crypt. It just seems very dangerous. Hopefully this dragon goes the distance. Oh, that hurts. Yep. We have 2 Lightning Bolt to answer that. Well, I guess I can still play spells to pump my dragon. And Preordain's at least a scry too. Perfect. There's no way for us to Lightning Bolt on our opponent's turn. We have Ancestral, which can draw 1 card through the Spirit, or Brainstorm, but we can't do much about that. Sword of Fire Ice. So I think I'm supposed to bolt the spirit now because we can play around Fluster. They can only have Force or Misstep, I guess. If this gets countered, we probably lose. The upside of casting it now and not waiting for our opponent to cast a spell on their turn is I don't know if they will. Like their deck has a lot of spells or a lot of creatures in it. And this looks like a Fluster fight, I guess. So they left in Swords, which almost makes me want to board out. The Blightsteel. Also, do they just play like 4 main deck Deafening Silences? Come on. I wonder if I'm supposed to just go get a basic. The Stoneforge with Sword of Fire on it is going to start dealing a lot of damage. It's not a whole lot of help. I think I'm just going to pass. This way I can Ancestral when they go to put the sword into play. Alright, so we're out of fetchable red sources now, which is kind of an issue. Read your repeal right now, we might be able to do something. And there it is. Wow. Please resolve. Alright, step one. Alright, let's whisper, see if we can find a PO. Have to find action here. There's Tinker for Blightsteel. Do I think that's good enough? I'm at 8, so I don't know if Citadel will get there. Alright, Blight, take it home. I have Deafening Sounds, 3 unknowns. Let's attack. Could have played Dragon there, but I lose my blue card. Deafening Sounds, Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, so we got that one. So they left in swords. Wow. Can't believe we won that. I didn't think we were going to. So they probably play a full 4 Deafening Silence. I think I want the Vamp and the Mystical. Don't think I want the Fluster. Like, they don't seem like they play that many targets. Maybe that's wrong. Because I have to be able to find the repeal. Narset doesn't seem that good. Alright, we're going to try this. Okay. I'm not going to mold a force for a deafening silence, so... They kept 7. They probably, like, I think they just play 4. Like, the sand is fine. I'm not going to ship a fine 7. Just find a force for a deafening silence. Unreal. Reveals Batter Skull. I guess that's better than Sword of Fire Eyes for me. Is Vamp even good? Yeah, I think so. They chose not to put Batter Skull into play. This is probably going to get spell quellered. Oh, Fluster, sure. Here comes Batter Skull, and they're down to 2 cards. Taking 5 here, going to 12. Yep. You played Mox this turn? Unless this is a creature. True name. So they have 1 card in hand. So if I cast this Preordain, I have to hit a land. But a land would set us up for winning on our next turn so much. I feel like I'm supposed to cast the Preordain, but if I miss, we probably just lose. Well, we found land. That's good. We need their hand to just be nothing. Like Swords to Plowshares. Alright, we're taking 8 here. We're going to go to 4, and then we're going to fetch to 3. Alright, so a main phase Brainstorm means that we're going to be able to repeal the Deafening Silence unless they hit Spellcaller. They have 1 card. That might have done it. Oh my god. Yeah. So now we have to draw Pyroblast 2. We have 4 Pyros in the deck. Jeez. If I win this, it's going to be a miracle. Come on, Pyro. I need Pyro right now. This isn't that bad. We're gonna get rid of the Whisper. So we have to put back one card. So what this comes down to is we have to put back one. And I think if we want to win, it's supposed to be... I think it's probe, fetch, cast, time lock, but that means we have to draw a pyro off the top or a bolt, so we have 6 outs. But if we do, then we have 3 artifacts for PO. And you can't spend life on probe. We have 6 outs to this Lavinia. 7 if you count Grape Shot. 4 Pyro, 2 Bolt, Grape Shot. Come on, deck. Pyro or Bolt? Alright, 0-1.